It's been 25 years since Laura Bible and Ashley Freeman went missing. Their mother, Lauria, hasn't given up the fight for justice and is still holding out hope the girls will be found. In part 3 of her special report, Missing Still, KOAM's Tanya Bach investigates how the girls may have the final word through new legislation.
You can profess to be a Christian all you want, but if you don't walk it and you don't do it every day, I guarantee you that man didn't ask for nothing before he died.
Lauria Bible referring to Phil Welch, one of 3 men who investigators believe in 1999 murdered Danny and Kathy Freeman, burned their home to the ground, and kidnapped the 2 16-year-old girls, Ashley Freeman and Lauria's daughter, Laura. More than 15 years later, OSBI agent Tammy Ferrari and DA investigator Gary Stansel helped Craig County District Attorney Matt Ballard build a case against Phil Welch, David Pennington, and Ronnie Busick. Witness interviews connected all 3 to the case and revealed the girls were tied up in Phil Welch's trailer in Pitcher, Oklahoma for days, where they were raped and tortured. The only problem, both Welch and Pennington were dead.
It's frustrating that we're not able to go after the people that were really should have been held accountable for it.
But they did have Busick, who was living in Wichita when he was finally arrested in 2018.
He told me that he was at the Freemans the night it happened, but he personally didn't kill anybody. I personally didn't set fire to anything, and I personally didn't kidnap or take those girls off that property. But you sat in that car and you drove out of there in that car. Did you do anything to get those girls help? No.
Facing 7 counts of murder, arson, and kidnapping, in 2020, Busick agreed to a 10-year prison sentence, pleading guilty to the lesser charge of accessory to murder on one condition.
Part of the plea agreement was he cooperated with investigators, and our hope was that we would be able to find them.
All this was dug up. All this was dug. I mean, we went down probably 6 foot.
After a number of dig sites throughout Pitcher turned up empty, Busick offered up one last hope.
And we had high hopes on that, but come to find out that cellar, there was nothing underneath there. So it's almost like someone was going to build a cellar, but we hit virgin soil right off the bat. So there was nothing underneath there.
3 years into his sentence, Busick was released for good behavior and credit for time served during the court process.
I mean, granted, it took us 2 years to do the court system because of the COVID stuff, but, but he was in and out. He got to go in and out. So he's able to get out, walk around, and do whatever he wants.
Frustrated, Lauria reached out to State Representative Steve Bayshore, who called the state attorney general.
Is there any way we can keep this person behind bars? And unfortunately, the way the sentence was issued or adjudicated, there was not. That's very, very troubling. Good behavior, good physical appearance, took a shower, brushed teeth, things that normal people do on a normal basis and don't get extra credit for.
So Bayshore's office took the next step, filing a bill named Lauria and Ashley's Law. It adds accessory to murder in the first degree and accessory to murder in the second degree to the list of felony offenses Oklahoma already requires convicted criminals to serve at least 85% of their sentence.
It's really simple. It's that easy. You're sentenced to 100 years, serve 85%. Sentenced to 1 year, serve 85%. But there is no eligibility for early release.
Ballard says Lauria and Ashley's Law will bring a sense of certainty to families that the Freeman and Bibles did not get.
We hate when an offender comes in and gets a sentence that we believe is appropriate and then walks out, at a fraction of the amount of time that he was given.
For once, let's start looking at the victims and the impact it has on victims rather than just the perpetrators.
And I wouldn't want any other family to have to search for 16, 17, 18 years, find somebody to get them to put away, and then they turn around and be out walking around doing whatever they want. I wouldn't want that for any other person.
Reporting in Pitcher, Oklahoma, Tanya Bach, KOAM News.
Today, Representative Bayshore presented Lauria and Ashley's Law to the Judicial Civil Committee, where it passed 6-1. It now goes to the Judiciary Oversight Committee, which meets later this month.